Welcome to the Heroine Show. I would like to say hello also to our online viewers, as we thank you so much for joining us today. And we are very thankful for your support as we bring you various shows on topics that affect ourselves as well as our community. So today we are here to celebrate and inspiring women who lead with courage, that serve with purpose and create lasting impact in our communities. Today we are continuing our celebration of International Women's Month celebration. As we know, that is on March 8th, and last weekend that was kicked off in so many places throughout the city and throughout the world. And we are highlighting women who are making a difference through leadership, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Our topic today is on financial power for women entrepreneurs. I am the main host today. My name is Kim Ambrose, and my co-host is Reverend Blessing.
Hello.
And we have a special guest with us today, which I will introduce shortly. We're looking forward to sitting down and talking with her. But before we begin our discussion today, let's reflect on something that's happening across Canada and around the world. More women than ever are starting businesses and stepping into entrepreneurship. Studies show that women-owned businesses are growing rapidly and contributing significantly to local economies. Reverend Blessing, do you have anything to add to what I've just said?
Thank you so much. I thought you were going to look at my face.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's a very important moment to discuss.
Absolutely.
It's a trendy moment to discuss about that women. Mm-hmm. What do you say women do again? They're trending.
They're trending. They're everywhere. We can't get rid of them.
People are panicking.
Yes, yes.
Women are powerful indeed. Women are the powerhouse. I will be sincere with that. Mm-hmm. You know, it's encouraging to see women entrepreneurs that are not joking. Mm-hmm. They are rising.
Yes.
They are building businesses. Mm-hmm. They are creating opportunity. Mm-hmm. We are all here as a representative, and I'm so grateful that women are no longer intimidated, humiliated, downcast. You know, women have found themselves creating all kind of innovation. Mm-hmm. Mention any kind of company, you see that a woman is there, and that's what our great-great-grand and grandparents have been, aspiring to see. But today, in our eyes, we are seeing them. So I'm very grateful about that businesses are growing rapidly and contributing also, counting women as part of those that have made it happen. So I would say that, yes, women are strengthening the community by doing great and amazing things, just like our guest here.
Right, and I'm so excited to introduce her. That is why our discussion today is about financial power and business growth for women, and why it's so important today that our guest, we have a very special guest in the house today. We're so excited to have her. Her name is Suha. Actually, her name is a little longer than that, but because I don't want to mess it up, and because she will do such a better job than me, I will ask her to introduce herself to us so that way we can hear her beautiful name. Suha, could you please tell us your name, please?
First of all, thank you so much for having me here.
Yes, you're welcome.
So amazing to be here with you guys to Forward for Women.
Thank you.
Share my history and my background. Thank you for that. Yes. So my name is Suhaneil Uzcalegui. It's a Spanish name, and actually my first name is a combination for two names. For that reason, I prefer people call me Suha.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's nice.
Okay, it is a beautiful name. Absolutely,
yes.
Beautiful name. So Suha, we are so thankful that you are here with us today. As I said, we're talking about women this month and about entrepreneurship and women. More and more women are opening their own businesses and are powerhouses now. We're not just mothers and daughters and sisters and aunts. We are business women who have a lot to bring to the table. So as we get started today, we are going to talk a little bit about financial power for women entrepreneurs, and that is the main topic for today. And so, Sua, could you just share a little bit about your journey as far as a financial person, and what has inspired you to become an entrepreneur?
Oh, great. I started when I was 18 years old, to be honest. When I finished the high school, I was thinking in a study at that moment, math. Be a teacher. That was my big dream. But however, I was working in the financial area at the same time, because most of the Latin country we don't have the chance to just go into the university and study. We have to work and study, and in that time I was doing that. So, and I remember, because I want to study math. More of my colleagues tell me, so why you don't study accountant? So if you are doing that, you are doing this job, try that. And that was the first thing I changed my life, because I started to study accountant. And it was great because, as I mentioned before, I started to work when I was 18, at the same time when I was doing my career. When I finished the university, at that moment, I became accounting manager.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. That is
back home
fantastic.
in Venezuela.
Yeah.
But life happened.
Yes.
Politics in my country happens, and when I was 24, I was to move into Chile first. This is my second immigration to this country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I moved first to Chile, and I was there for 8 years. The same thing, I was working as an accountant. In Chile, I was prepared also as a tax preparator too.
Yeah.
And I get a diploma in Chile in taxes, and I continue. And then I get the opportunity to be here in Canada, to move to Canada.
Wonderful.
What is funny about my story and empower other women, when I arrived to Canada, I arrived without English.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
and that was 4 years ago.
Wow.
I'm coming here with my husband, and I tell him, I will
Learn.
English. Don't worry, I will do. I will do, because I know I will do. So, and that time, something I want to bring, because I think so could be powerful for other women. I remember one girl tell me, it was a woman actually, I don't believe you can achieve, like, I don't believe like you will learn English and plus you will work in accountant in Canada, because it's so hard.
Okay, right.
And it was, why? If I already have more than 15 years of experience in accountant, what I miss is the English.
Right.
If I get it, what is not the reason I can work in financial in Canada? So for me was, no, I will do it. I will do it.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the spirit of an immigrant.
Yes.
So for a person who tell you cannot do, don't listen.
Yes.
So focus on yourself, and in that moment I was just focused. I said, okay, I know my main focus is learn English. After that, I will continue with the accountant. And sorry, because I extend my question, but
that's okay.
Going back to how I become entrepreneur. When I finished the English here, I started studying global business management in Centennial College, and I get the degree in the diploma in Centennial College. And in that moment, I say, okay, I already have a diploma in Canada. I have experience, and I start looking for a job. Because in that moment, my big dream was just find a job here, not being entrepreneur.
Right.
Just, I didn't see like, no, just I want a job and, be in the office between 8 to 5, and that's it. Easy, right?
Yes.
However, when I get the job, I was in as an accountant analyst. I realized that I have the talent to speak with people. I have the talent to be entrepreneur. Why? Because I help other people to do things, and I was in that moment like see how my friend was a little bit scary about taxes. Most of the Latin community, most of my clients are from the Latin community, but I saw that opportunity, like, I think so I can help people to do filing taxes in my own language.
Yes.
And because I did for one season, I in that moment I got like, I don't know, 20 clients, no more than that.
Okay, it's a good
But
place
I
to
was
start.
like 20,
Yes.
just friends. Like I was like, I like that. I don't know.
That's your
I-
motivation.
Yeah.
That's your motivation.
I
That's
like,
good.
Because then they recommended with other friends. Like, I can
Wonderful.
help you.
Wonderful.
And in the second year for tax season, I was with fixing clients. I say, here is an opportunity.
That's
to
a
be-
business.
There you go.
I
Yeah.
am doing what I like it. And in that moment, because I was with my small business plus the job, I realized like I don't want to be an employee.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I want to be a owner of my own business.
That's it.
So that was when I switched and I become entrepreneur.
That's
Wow.
wonderful. And as you're speaking, I can hear the passion in your voice. So I can see that you were able to make that transition from a regular 9-to-5 employee to actually opening up your own business and working for yourself. And what that also tells me is that you were also able to be able to help out your people in your community,
Yeah.
use your second language,
Yeah.
and this has also helped you in your journey of learning more English as well. So everything worked together hand in hand. So I congratulate you on that, and I can see the energy and the passion that you bring as you're talking about it. So I know you're able to give that to your clients as well. So that is fantastic. That is simply fantastic. In terms of, and sorry, how many years did you say you were an entrepreneur
Being
right now?
entrepreneur, actually 3 years.
3 years, okay. And during that time, your confidence has built,
Yeah.
and you are feeling much more engaged with the people that you're working with, and so on.
Yeah, that happened. And because I was doing when newcomers arrive in Canada, I think so one of the first advice we receive is do networking. It's important to that. And what was great, because I think so I become entrepreneur not only for my power, also for the power for other women who empower me. Like push me like you have to.
Yes.
Like bring me other client, because
Yes.
it was like referrals.
Right.
And like I think so was more my client who pushed me to do this. And
That's
it's great.
That's great. That's great. One of the other things I heard you say just briefly, and I want to touch a little bit on that, is that you were saying that when you first started doing this, some people were saying, that you can't do it, or that it might be too difficult because English is not your your first language.
No.
One of the things I want to, and that's so encouraging when you talk about that, because a lot of times when we step out of the norm and we do some things outside of our comfort zone, we have a lot of people that will support us, but then we also have a lot of people who may not support us.
Yeah.
And it's at that time we should be able to say, you know what, I'm still going to push forward. And I'm happy to see that you're able to follow your passion, and that you didn't listen to the negativity, but that you focus more on the positive. And I can see that you're very happy with that decision that you've made. Yeah. And I see, and based on that, I can see you had a very clear vision about what you wanted to do, and this allowed you, as you said, to have referrals. Now people are referring you, and this just broadened your whole horizon and things like that. Can you tell me some of the things that you bring to your clients, other than just doing their taxes and helping them out financially? What other things do you think that you bring to the table, or that you bring to your role in that form as an entrepreneur? What kind of things do you think you bring?
Actually, the last year, because when I started like with consulting, in the first year, as I mentioned, was just filing taxes for personal.
Right.
My second year, I was more prepared because I get taxes actually. Be more prepared for that.
Okay.
And I get for CRA my e-filing to do taxes for corporation, for people, everything. When I was start to working just with a small business owner, corporate small business owner as well, I realized like woman like have this difficult to believe in herself. Like ask for example, one common like what woman is scary about is like do the second step for the business. What is the second step for the business? Maybe she are a start of the business, they are doing great, but they don't ask for a loan in the bank.
Okay, all right.
They don't ask for more capital or whatever other help because they feel like they cannot do it or they don't have the knowledge for that.
Right, right.
More than that, they don't have the power or they feel scary because people say you cannot do it. Right? And that was when last year I did an event called Voices of Power, a talk with Latinas in business. And this event was like show this woman in that my first event was for Latinas because was most of the women I met, but what show in this event like how other Latinas in business are successful in Canada.
Okay.
So I want to show this small business owner like as a me if I can do it. Like without English.
Right,
like in my second immigration, why you can do it?
Right,
everyone.
right.
So I think so. A small business woman feels scary.
Okay, yes, and that is true because it's a path that they have never. It's an unexperienced path, and it's a path where they don't feel that they have the proper tools, and this is why they do it. And you know, one of the quotes that I want to use here is that entrepreneur begins with courage, which meets opportunity. So you were able to merge your opportunity using your 9-to-5 job, and then merging that into starting out on your own a little bit at a time, and then now having that happen. And that is where power grows and vision is supported by not just the clients that you serve, but by the community as well. So I'm happy to hear that you did not allow anyone to hold you back, but you've moved forward with that. And it shows that you are now being able to serve not just your community, but others outside of your community as well, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Reverend Blessing, is there something that you would like to add to this? Is there a question that you may have for Sua?
Of course. First of all, I want to just touch understanding the topic for the day. You know, that defines you because I can see with that resilience, that passion, that belief, you know, that you're coming over to another country to do what you're already doing in your country, despite the limitation of the language. But I don't even know how you do it within the few time, and then you're here sitting down and speaking.
Yes.
And if you don't tell us, we wouldn't know.
Yeah, because your English is very good.
Very good.
That's the reason I tell them.
Yes.
Because like I think most of the women are scary at home. I cannot understand. I cannot learn. But I think so we have to push ourselves.
I think there is something you're not telling us because you say you have events and you teach people. Can you tell us a little about that event side that you do? You have an organization?
Yeah, I organized. My first edition was last year.
Okay.
Again, was called Voices of Power, a talk with Latinas in business. I want to prepare my second edition, and for the second edition, we'll call just a talk with women in business.
So that the purpose is just to educate women that they can do.
And show them, like, if other women are successful, we can be.
Exactly. Exactly. So that brings me to understanding. We need to understand this financial power really mean for us as women. As we highlighted that women are so much in business now, they are fearless, they are powerhouse.
Yes,
I'm so excited to know that, you know.
Yes.
And coming here to talk about finance power really mean that when we have that finance power, we'll be able to do more, not just in the community, even in our homes, right? Yeah. And even establish more businesses so that other people can be employed and be encouraged. You know, financial business, as I know, is not just money, actually. Right. It is about being controlled. Yep. You know, past years, women complain not being in control of anything, not in politics, not in business, not in marketing, nothing. But today you can see, you know, women are taking position, you know, they are building confidence, they are making decision ability even in the house of the politics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we not powerful?
Yes,
Come on,
we
say
are.
we are powerful.
Yes, we are powerful. Yes, we are.
Yes, the best is yet to come.
Absolutely.
But we keep doing it.
Yes.
So in financial power, women can understand about money.
Yes.
Women can make informed financial decisions. They can build sustainable business, something that will last for the legacy, and also create economic security for her family and community. So that I put for this time, that women powerful, come on.
Powerful. And on that note, because we're just warming up and I can feel the energy here. On that note, we're just going to stop for a few minutes and take a quick break, but we will return right back to continue with this energy.
Okay.
Brampton's Rising Stars is back. This is season 3. Showcasing different talent in dance, music, instrumentation, spoken word, and many more.
Expression on your face, you were actually just enjoying the song.
Do you have what it takes to be the next rising star in Canada?
And the space you use, the prop, the choreo, everything. I'm in awe. Awesome.
Then log into www.bramptonrisingstars.ca to register and get the opportunity to showcase your talent. To register, visit www.bramptonrisingstars.ca. Registration closes 24th of May 2026. For sponsorship, please call the following numbers. Brampton's Rising Stars is brought to you by Black Community Canada Television and powered by GR Studios. Brampton's Rising Stars. It's time for the stars to rise.
Welcome back to the Heroine Show, where our topic today is financial power for women entrepreneurs. And we're back with our guest, Suha. Before we left a few minutes ago, Reverend Blessing, Heroine Blessing, was giving us a wonderful discussion, and she was very energetic about women's power. And we are a powerhouse here as we talk, and as we listen to Suha, we can hear that she's a powerhouse as well, what she's done so far in her journey as a financial entrepreneur. So to continue along that way, I want to piggyback on I want to pass this over to my co-host, Heroine Blessing, so that way she can continue her thoughts that she was talking about women being powerhouses.
Anyway, of course, there is no doubt you can bear me witness, my viewers.
Yes.
So today, I want to say that let's be realistic and say the truth, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I know women are powerhouse, but I also know that there are still challenges.
Yes, yes.
That women fought, barriers
yes,
all over the place.
Yes.
That is why we are looking for women that have confidence.
Yes.
Or we help to build confidence, you know, to be able to highlight more of how we can overcome those challenges. And I know our viewer is going to tell us more on how she overcame, although she mentioned one already.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Right? Barrier of languages.
Yeah.
Right? So I want to ask you, based on this, with your resilience, I want you to highlight on how you overcame more of this challenge, because I know it's not only language alone.
Yeah.
Sometimes I know you might be feeling very downcast or very you just need that courage to tell you that, look, I can do it. So I want you to share this aspect so that other people will know that despite the fact that you win, there might be some challenging opposition that you will need to face. And they need that courage to overcome.
Yeah, it's not only the language, also could be the journey for entrepreneurs. Some days feel like lonely.
Yes.
Because if you are starting your own business, probably you are starting alone.
Yes.
You don't have a big team with work, and it's harder. Like take a decision for every single step in your business. It is so harder. So I mean, in my business, it's just only the financial part. So I have to take care of marketing area.
Right.
Learn about marketing. Learn about
So we're
websites.
wearing different hats.
Exactly, and it's so hard. That is really challenging. But what I did in this part was met a lot of entrepreneurs because right now, because I know my business are starting. I don't have probably the capital to hire a full-time people who help me in the marketing area, but I can afford a part-time.
Okay.
So I hired someone in other woman actually who is helping me with the social media because I don't have the skill.
Right.
Because a bit advice for entrepreneur is, if you don't have the skill, don't lose your time to learn that skill for marketing if you are not in your area. Be focused in get client and focus in what you doing for your business. Try to delegate other things.
Yes.
As much as you can. I know probably if you don't have the budget, you can know, but probably you can hire someone as a part-time or freelance. So try to do that. That was one of my challenges. Other challenge was that was the right decision I made. I prefer to be just in a job 9 to 6.
Yes.
And that's it, and be kind or be stressful for, I want to get more clients. That's it. Or the third one was like, I am in the right country.
Okay.
Because that is my second immigration, as I mentioned before. But when I immigrated to Canada, I say, probably I know how it's immigrate. I already did. Probably it's not difficult. It's my second one. No, it is difficult.
That's awesome.
It's difficult. Also, it's difficult.
Well, thank you so much. That's,
so I wanted to mention something you mentioned, which I want to touch on quickly, and I'm glad that you mentioned it briefly, and that is, while you're managing your own business, you also have to be able to manage your own finances wisely, and which is the part you talked about. You may not be able to hire someone full-time to take care of the other things in your business, but you can hire someone part-time because like marketing is not your strong point.
Exactly.
So it's we need to understand that, and I think that's one of the areas where female entrepreneurs feel a little bit intimidated because they feel that they have so many hats that they're wearing, and because they have the financial aspect of their business to handle as well, sometimes they feel that it's so overwhelming that they're not able to reach out and get help from other people. It doesn't have to be full-time, it could be part-time. So it's good that we're understanding that while you're building your business, also you as an entrepreneur are also experiencing your own financial issues and growing your business.
I want to share a small quick advice as well.
Okay.
When we are starting a business, the best way to start is create your business plan.
Right.
Because this is your map, how you can doing or create or get new opportunity for your business. If you need capital, you will know if you have a business plan. If you need to hire someone, as you mentioned before,
Right.
probably you have to be sure with the numbers what you can do it. So start with your business plan. It's the best way.
That's good. I think I'm also encouraged on that. I know last time we were talking about multitask queen.
Yes.
Multitask woman that carry everything, do everything.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And I'm like, okay, should we give an award to multitask queen or we should caution them? And then 80% said we should caution them because it's not, we multitask, but we need to take care of ourselves,
Yes,
right?
yes,
And you
yes.
actually do that by
Yes.
looking for someone.
Yes.
You know,
That
sometimes
can take some
I
off-
really
some
appraise
things
it,
off
though.
of her plate,
You know,
yes.
like risking to pay someone just for you to relieve that from you. So kudos.
Yes. And that leads us right into our critical and impactful moment, which we just touched on a little bit, and that is we were talking about, and without me even asking the question, about giving advice to women entrepreneurs to help themselves. And we just talked about, even though you have to be able to handle your own finances wisely, so that way you can hire individuals to help you do some of the things that you're not strong in, and so that way you can keep it on track. And I like the fact that you also talk about having a business plan. So while you're doing all of that, you're still trying to encourage yourself, you're still trying to talk to yourself, and you're trying to build financial independence. So I'm glad that you were able to touch on that and to talk about that. When you're building something so meaningful, how do you also, and one quick thing I want to tap into with all of that, because you did say you're married, how do you also make time for that? If you can just talk about that, like just for a minute or two, because I think that's important for our audience to understand as well, as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I am really organized. Really. I have my Google Calendar.
Right.
I share the Google Calendar with my husband.
Okay, wonderful, because we need to know that you have the secret to all of this.
Exactly, because being entrepreneur, when we are entrepreneur, probably we work more than the 8 hours per day.
Right.
Of course.
Yes.
But I have to take care as well my family.
Right.
So what I did is I focus. I like to do a to-do list every single day.
Right.
I have the to-do list for a small thing every day. I have the to-do list like for bi-weekly and also by monthly for all of my activities.
Yes.
Because I do taxes and I do accounting. I have to filing for the due days. So I have to be sure everything is planning. So
right.
planning also the day I have to going out with my husband and take dinner.
Yes, because that is important. We have to maintain our relationships with our families while we're building our business.
Try as much as I can. In tax season, no, but in regular season, I work just Monday to Friday.
Okay.
In tax season, I work Monday to Monday. Sorry.
No, actually, you guys are very busy. You know, and committed to your work. You have to look line to line.
Yes. So I'm glad to hear, and that's why I thought it's important for you to mention making time for your family as well. So just like how we make a schedule for our clients, our work, or to-do list, it's good that you're putting time in for family as well. Because a part of financial independence also has the support of the family as well. So the quote here for today is: the financial independence begins with believing in your vision.
Yes.
And I can see that passion and that vision that you have, I can see that you've believed in that, and that has brought you to where you are today.
I believe that 100%.
Women empowerment. I love that. And that ties into this month in terms of International Women's Day and month. So that also ties into this in terms of women entrepreneurs and so on. I like the fact also that you mentioned that we need to have some sort of a plan or something, because a lot of times as entrepreneurs, because we're wearing so many hats, we forget to have a plan, so that way we can keep focus on our goals and so on. And I want to thank you so much for sharing all of these things with us, so that way we're able to share with those who are out there who want to start their own businesses as well, and know that they can do it. As we are, and there's so much that we can talk about. We've talked about so many different things, but what we would like to do at this point, that we are wrapping up, is we would like to proudly recognize you, Suha, as our Heroine of the Week. Your entrepreneurial journey and dedication to business leadership, you represent courage, innovation, and empowerment. And there is nothing that women cannot do, and there's nothing that you can do. So I want to congratulate you on that, on what you've done so far. Thank you so much for being here with us today. and for sharing with us. And a little something that has nothing to do with finance. I understand that you are from Venezuela, and I realize I'm from Guyana, South America, so we are neighbors. We are neighbors.
Okay,
I had to mention that. I had to mention that.
And it's nice.
Yes, it is. So
You guys are taking part now. I'm here. Don't forget.
it's a fun fact. I
Don't
had to say that. I
forget.
couldn't finish off without saying
That's
that
so awesome.
we are neighboring countries, and that is so wonderful. And I'm so happy to have you here on the show
Okay, so
today.
my dear friend Sue, I want to celebrate you
Yes.
for your contribution. In
Yes.
fact, when you speak, if you don't say the years that you have spent, we
Yes.
thought you have spent like decades here, but you learn so fast and you build so well. And one thing you have touched in this business is locating your community first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the strategy wise women do, right? So we want to celebrate you for all your inspiration you bring to women, to the community, even to your country also, and who you have built a big dream. You built a big dream for this your career, and want to say thank you. Thank you so much, and continue to do this good work. What we
Yes.
can say, do more.
Yes,
do
absolutely,
more.
absolutely,
You know, and,
absolutely.
you continue to shine. So,
Yes.
thank you. On behalf of the Heroine Show, we are
Yes.
not complete here today.
Yes.
But they know we are here with you, and they will present you a certificate and a gift bag for this honor that you are giving to us. And before we forget,
Yes.
we want you to tell the viewers
Yes.
what you want to keep with them.
Yes. Give us one takeaway or one little nugget that you can leave with our online viewers and with us to inspire us. So what is one little thing that you can share with us that you can leave with us?
I have to say, no, again, thank you. Be empowered.
Wonderful.
Be empowered.
That says a lot.
We have the power. We have the power.
That is wonderful. It does, those two words sums up everything, and I want to thank you so much. And remember what she says, be empowered, and that is what your energy to move forward. Today's conversation reminds us that financial power for women is not just about money. It is about vision, courage, and the determination to build something meaningful, not just for yourself, but also for the community. So that is our takeaway for today. I want to thank you once again for being here with us. You were a wonderful guest, and I hope you will have some time to come back again and spend some more time with us and share more with us.
Invite me in other season, I will be here.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So let's go with our slogan for the day.
Yes. Don't forget the heroine and heroes in you. Wonderful.
Let's celebrate her.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to have you today.
Thank you so much.
And we were going to send a message to our viewers and
Yes.
the people around us.